see. The game will be in Tampa, and it will be a rematch from Week 1 when the Bucs beat the Cowboys in Texas 19-3. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott has had 14 interceptions on 357 pass attempts. He has thrown at least one interception in 6 straight games, which is the longest streak of his career. Here is his head coach.
The reality of the game of football, no different in life. You're much better prepared through your failures than you are through your successes.
I don't know if it's really affected his confidence at all. I mean, when you put all the work in, when you leave nothing up to doubt, then there's no reason for you to lose confidence. You built that through continuous hard work. He's put the work in. I know he's ready.
All right, Stephen A., I'm going to start with you on this one. Is Mike McCarthy's future in his quarterback's hands?
I believe so, because I believe that Dak Prescott is going to dictate the success or lack thereof of the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons is going to show up. Trayvon Diggs is going to show up. Hell, I think DeMarcus Lawrence and the crew are going to show up to some degree. But at the end of the day, you need your quarterback to not do the things that Dak Prescott has been doing as of late, which is throwing interceptions. That's the reality of the situation. And you also have to remember that Mike McCarthy is an offensive-minded coach, or at least he was in some people's eyes. He had Aaron Rodgers all of those years in Green Bay, but more is expected of him. You got to take into account what transpired last year, how you were plagued by a bunch of penalties. You got to take into account the fact that you couldn't get off a play in the last 13 or 14 seconds because the quarterback didn't know the rule. We got to take into account the fact that this year we've been looking at problems that simply have not been fixed. And even though they finished 12-5, we also got to take into account the fact that you got an owner, the most popular owner arguably in all of sports, who's 80 years of age, who has declared that his clock is ticking, that he is staring his mortality in the face, and that time is running out, and he desperately wants to capture a Super Bowl. You take all of those things into consideration, along with the fact that you got a defensive coordinator in Dan Quinn, who's already proven himself as a head coach, who's a target for other teams to be their head coach. You take all of that into consideration. And then you look at, the Sean Paytons of the world and others. Even I don't think that Sean Payton wants that Dallas job. I think he wants the Chargers job because he'd have more control. In the end, what it comes down to, simple and plain, is you needing to get the job done. And paying Dak Prescott the money that they've committed to paying him, he ain't going anywhere. So if he doesn't get it done, what you want to do is find somebody that you believe can get the most out of him so he can play at an elite level and the Dallas Cowboys can ascend. Mike McCarthy is going to be held accountable. I was just on the flagship station, 105.3 in Dallas, Swagoo, just a few minutes ago, promoting the arrival in Tampa and letting those Cowboy fans know, place going to be packed. Place going to be packed. We're going to pack the house on Monday. Tampa Bay fans are going to show up. I want the Dallas Cowboy fans to show up. And I want them showing up in the jerseys. I want them showing in the caps. I want them showing everything. Don't hide. Don't hide. Because I got the video. I know who you are. I see you. I saw you crying. I got it all. I'm coming armed and ready. Don't hide. Don't be scared to show up. That's why I went on the station to let the city of Dallas know. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Show up. We gonna beat it. We gonna beat it. Tampa Bay fans gonna beat it. Dallas Cowboy fans from other parts of the country, they're gonna beat it. Dallas, I think they scared, Swagoo. I think they scared.
Okay,
and all I'm trying to say
had
is this.
Your time.
I know why they scared. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, Swagoo. I know why they scared. They scared because that damn quarterback of theirs has been making them nervous. I'm telling you what I know. And you know it too, because you lived there. You know I'm telling the truth. They scared of what they've been seeing from Dak Prescott. They scared that he been throwing them interceptions. They scared that he gonna mess this up for them. You see what I'm saying? So Ezekiel Elliott, you understand, can talk through one of those nose rings of his, talking about Dak Prescott putting the work and all of that other stuff. Ain't nobody questioning his work ethic. We all know he work hard. We all know he cares. We all know that the Dallas Cowboy franchise means everything to him. That don't have a damn thing to do with his performance. He got to show up against Tom Brady. Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
This is always the energy. Ain't every damn head coach in the NFL job tied to their quarterback? Majority of them jobs are tied to their quarterback.
Hey,
well, we look
majority. Not all, majority. Not all of the majority.
Majority of them. And we ask these questions, and see, this is why I get pissed off, okay? The producer, Nick, is sitting back there. Christine, she's an innocent bystander in this because Molly decided not to come today. And everybody on this show, James Dunn, Antoine, they know, ooh, we got Swagoo on the show today, so let's ask a question to get him pissed off. And let's ask a question that we know in the whole damn league matters for every damn team in the NFL. Your quarterback is directly tied to your head coach's success. Okay? Yeah, no, it is a setup. Every single time it's a setup. Look how normal the question is. Is Mike McCarthy's future tied to Dak Prescott? Well, ain't Matt LaFleur's tied to Aaron Rodgers? Wasn't Nathaniel Hackett's tied to Russell Wilson? Well, ain't all of these coaches that we seem to be quarterback guru or these quarterback-driven guys job tied to them? This is what the problem that I have when we have it.
What that got to do with the price of tea in China?
Hey, I'm finna tell you, I'm about to tell you what the price of tea in China is, okay? Here's the issue that I have all the time with this. It always comes back to Mike McCarthy, all right? What about is Dak's future in his hands? Is Jerry's future in Dak's hands? Because to me, you know who got the pressure on him more than anything? It's Jerry Jones.
Oh.
Jerry Jones.
Oh, please.
Jerry Jones. $40 million.
That is ridiculous.
You paid Dak Prescott.
That is ridiculous.
Listen to what I'm saying. Can I say what I need to say before you say it's ridiculous? You paid Dak Prescott $40 million. You went and hired a coach in Mike McCarthy who won a Super Bowl that you touted about winning the Super Bowl. Might I add, the day that he was hired, I was sitting on your set and I said, Stephen A., I don't know about this hiring because Jerry controls every coach that comes into Dallas. You remember that conversation? So now we sit here today.
Yes, I do.
Mike McCarthy's job has been discussed all week long. And to Jared's credit, he said, I'm not firing Mike McCarthy. You think he lying through his teeth. You think Mike McCarthy is gone if they don't win this game against Tampa. I understand all of that. But so everybody is under this premise that Sean Payton is just gung-ho about coming back to Dallas. May be true. I don't believe it is. All right? So let's go here. Jerry Jones, 80. You just said he's staring his mortality. You said he's staring his mortality in the face. All right? So now you're going to start over with another coach that you are going to absolutely have no idea.
Landry and Tom Coughlin, 7 each. So right behind him. And then Mike McCarthy and Joe Gibbs behind
Andy Reid's not even in the question.
So Andy Reid wasn't. Remember, they were home every year in Philadelphia, right? They always hosted those games and everything else. All right, score that one for Sneaky Hembo. Meanwhile, back to the game of the weekend, which will not be played on the weekend. It'll be played on Monday night. The turnover battle could be pivotal as Dak Prescott threw a career-high 15 interceptions this year, playing just 12 games. Tom Brady, meanwhile, is 20-1 in his playoff career when his team wins the turnover battle. So we began this hour by talking about the quarterback. Let's continue the conversation by talking about the coach. I feel, Diana, like there is a school of thought that Mike McCarthy is coaching for more than just one win on Monday night. What are you hearing?
Their sense is he is, and that's the right read by you. And there is a lot of pressure that he has to do this because of the roster. Jerry Jones has expectations that they've built something that should last and should go far in the playoffs. And there have been really good moments this season where you have to give Mike McCarthy credit. But, of course, there's still things that aren't great. And if they get bounced this early, I think this is where Jerry Jones is going to most likely have to make a decision on whether or not he wants to stick with Mike McCarthy or not.
As I put the picks up on the screen here, here's what we say. When a coach makes the playoffs and gets fired, we all know that there's the traditional sort of ebb and flow of a season. And usually that Monday after the last games of the regular season is when we see most of the firings. When someone gets fired later than that, it is generally because there is a belief on the part of the owner and whoever else that this is a Super Bowl caliber team. You get knocked out in the first round and you fire your coach, it means your owner at least believes you should have gone much further than that. Is this team that team? Are they that good?
I think that they definitely need to win this game, but they are a good football team and they should win this football game, then move on to the next round.
And why does it say the Buccaneers under your name?
It's a trap game. It's a trap game. They should win this game.
Because he played with Tom.
So why
friends
aren't
with Tom.
And
I don't
so
want to
why?
get
Yeah, well, I mean, look,
Rob,
that's
what
a
are you
factor
doing?
in all this.
I don't know what I'm doing, Tom.
Look,
Leave me alone.
When the question is who's going to win a playoff game, the answer is usually Tom Brady, and that definitely
Exactly.
factors.